Hi folks, how you doing? This is Jason Root with Root Health, and today's 10 minutes or less is going to be going over the subject of the supplement creatine and how it can be beneficial for performance and health. So here we go. Our first article is an exclusive excerpt from the NSCA, the National Strength and Conditioning Association's Guide to Sport and Exercise Nutrition, published by Human Kinetics. Creatine. The sports supplement creatine has been the gold standard to which all other nutritional supplements are compared because it improves performance, increases lean body mass, and has an excellent safety profile when consumed in recommended dosages. Creatine is one of the most widely researched sports nutrition supplements on the market. Among several methods of ingestion, the most common is to mix creatine as a powder into a drink. Creatine is also commonly ingested in the form of a capsule. Chemically, creatine is derived from the amino acids glycine, arginine, and methionine. It is obtained from the ingestion of meat or fish and is also synthesized in the kidney, liver, and pancreas. Scientific studies indicate that creatine supplementation is an effective and safe nutritional strategy to promote gains in strength and muscle mass during resistance training, both important attributes for strength and power athletes. Specific to lean body mass, creatine supplementation has been shown to be effective in several cohorts, including males, females, and the elderly. I want to point that one out especially. Unequivocally, one of the most visible effects of creatine supplementation is an increase in body mass. However, for the strength and power athlete, an increase in body mass will in part benefit only if the weight gain is in the form of lean tissue. Fortunately, several scientific investigations have demonstrated that gains in body mass are partially attributable to actual increase in the cellular protein content of muscle tissue. So creatine increases muscle tissue, or at least helps out with it. Short-term adaptations include increased cycling power, total work performance on the bench press and jump squat, and improved sports performance in sprinting, swimming, and soccer. Long-term adaptations when creatine supplementation is combined with training include increased lean body mass, sprint performance, power, rate of force development, and muscle diameter. In long-term studies, subjects taking creatine monohydrate typically gain about twice as much body mass, fat-free mass, or both, as subjects taking a placebo. The only significant side effect reported in the research literature is weight gain. However, anecdotal claims of side effects, including dehydration, cramping, kidney and liver damage, musculoskeletal injury, gastrointestinal distress, and anterior leg compartment syndrome, still appear in the media and popular literature, meaning not scientific journals. While athletes who are taking creatine monohydrate may experience these symptoms, the scientific literature suggests that these athletes have no greater and possibly lower risk of these symptoms than those supplementing with creatine monohydrate. The position stand also includes a statement. The tremendous number of investigations conducted with positive results from creatine monohydrate supplementation lead us to conclude that it is the most effective nutritional supplement available today for increasing high-intensity exercise capacity and building mass. And so one of the things that I wanted to add on to this is that in relationship to cardiovascular or endurance performance in exercise and sport, cardiovascular exercise, endurance, and sport is positively affected by relative strength gains. That means gains in strength without gains in body size. The gain in strength can be positive for endurance athletes if the gains in hypertrophy and muscle size can be mitigated, meaning that you keep body composition very, very low while strength high while body mass low. Here is another abstract we have, and this one is called A Review of Creatine Supplementation in Age-Related Diseases, More Than a Supplement for Athletes. And so this one is basically as it relates towards the elderly. So dietary creatine supplementation has traditionally been important for athletes and bodybuilders to increase the power, strength, and mass of skeletal muscle. However, new uses for creatine have emerged suggesting that it may be important in preventing or delaying the onset of neurodegenerative diseases associated with aging. On average, 30% of muscle mass is lost by age 80, while muscular weakness remains a vital cause for loss of independence in the elderly population. In light of these new roles of creatine, the dietary supplement's usage has been studied to determine its efficacy in treating congestive heart failure, gyrate atrophy, insulin insensitivity, cancer, and high cholesterol. In relation to the brain, creatine has been shown to have antioxidant properties, reduce mental fatigue, protect the brain from neurotoxicity, and improve facets, components of neurological disorders like depression and bipolar disorder. The combination of these benefits has made creatine a leading candidate in the fight against age-related diseases such as Parkinson's, Huntington's, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, long-term memory impairments associated with the progression of Alzheimer's disease and stroke. Then they go on in the conclusion section. Creatine has the potential to elicit positive effects in muscle strength, memory, and further influence on neurodegenerative conditions. It remains to be seen if creatine has the ability to alter age-associated progressive neurodegenerative disorders once individuals are in intermediate or late stages of the disease. So better off proactive. However, based on the creatine interaction with energy metabolism and subsequent neuroprotective mechanisms, the interest for studying alternative uses for creatine in physiology is enhanced. Furthermore, creatine may serve as a preventative treatment for the long-term consequences of stroke, but may play more complicated role in Alzheimer's disease. Despite the wide ranges of uses for creatine supplementation, this dietary supplement should be the focus of additional studies for the treatment of age-related diseases. So, and I added on here for osteoporosis and fall preventions. The gains associated with muscle strength for the elderly are fantastic. So we can see that, we know that, just like for athletes, but even more so because you're at a lower level initially for the elderly, as cited in this study already. Muscle strength creates better body control as well as muscle tension on the bones through Wolff's law of bone remodeling can be very beneficial to injury resilience, meaning that you're less likely to have a break in the occurrence of a fall in the first place. Aging populations lose muscle mass, and creatine can help maintain that for older populations. So that concludes our review today. Thank you very much. If you want to contact me, go ahead and use that information right there. Thank you very much, folks, and I will talk to you soon.